Hey guys, so it feels really nice to be back doing a proper video like this. This video is really exciting actually. It's all about bridal makeup. It's the one thing I get asked relentlessly, how to, what's the best lipstick? What's the best lashes? What's the best powder for the duration for the whole day? It's the question, the $1,000,000 question. And I always say to my brides, via Instagram or to actual brides that I make up, you just want to be the best version of yourself. So I've really thought long and hard about this look, and I've teamed up with MUA, who have got the most incredible lash and nail kits, and I want to share that with you because this is really what's going to transform your look. You need 10 products for this look. I've curated a beautiful list of just 10 products, and in there are the lashes that last up to 10 days. I'm going to show you them in a bit. Stay tuned for that. And some beautiful nails as well. Because that's something that, those are the expensive items, aren't they? And we want this to be really affordable and really achievable at home. So let's get started. So first of all, foundation. I've chose the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have been using this for quite a while now. And the reason I love it is because it's oil-free. You can build it up. It's got a really lovely sheer formula. And you can obviously change the shade. My shade is 6, but whatever shade works for you. If you're not sure on shades, there is a really helpful website called Foundation, so you can find out what your shade is. Say you're using another brand, you can just put the details of the brand in and it will tell you what shade you are, which is really good one to know. And when you're doing your makeup at home, just always remember to blend down onto your neck, because even if you have a natural suntan, your neck never really, you don't sunbathe with your neck like this. So that bit always gets hidden and it's a little bit more pale. So just try and run this down to your neck. And I'm always careful just working around my eyebrows. Don't coat your eyebrows all in foundation, because then you've just got to work hard to get the foundation off your eyebrows. So now I'm using my NARS concealer. You always want your concealer to be a little bit lighter than your foundation. So my shade is 2.5. This is Creme Brulee. I do like my under eye to look quite fresh. So you just want to apply it a little bit like this. Just a bit in the corner there where it gets dark, not too much. And then a little bit on the edge there as well. Okay. And then I'm just taking a little concealer brush. Again, you could use a sponge if you had one, or your fingers. But can you see that just really brightens up the under eye immediately? And that's what you want, a nice, fresh, bright eye on your wedding day. The chances are you might not have slept very well. So you really want to keep your under eye lovely and fresh like that. But if you don't have a brush, don't worry. You can just go like this and use your finger and just pat it in. I'm just coming out the outer edge there and working that concealer up, and it gives you kind of like a beautiful lift, like a facelift. You see that when you've got this light product just working its way up. You don't need tons of product. And then what's left on the brush, the concealer brush, I just tap a little bit over any kind of pigmentation, and then just use my finger just to dab it in. So you don't want loads of heavy concealer. Just like that. Next up, I've got a palette like this, which is just a multi-use contour palette. And it's so handy to have, because in there you've got a couple of products that you can use for powdering, bronzing. You can use them for highlighting, and some of the shades you can use as an eyeshadow as well. Like often I'll use a bronzer on my eyeshadow, and this look is going to have such neutral tones that it will work with any lipstick, any outfit. It's such a great universal look. So I'm just going to start off with a little bit of powder, and just taking this powder here, and then we're just going to go over and powder the T-zone, which is this region. Okay, this is where the skin gets quite shiny. I get quite oily skin, so I get quite shiny. If you do have dry skin, just apply a dusting of powder just to hold that foundation in place, because you just don't want it moving throughout the day. It's got to last the whole day. So you really do want to set your foundation with some powder. Okay, next up I'm going to add some bronzer from the same palette. So bronzer's going on. Now, if you're not sure where to place your bronzer, let me give you a little tip. It is going on to your cheekbone, so just feel for it. This is a great tip to remember where to bronze. People often can make the mistake of bronzing too low or too high, but you really just want it to sit on top of your cheekbone. Okay, so just there, and that will give you that gorgeous sort of lift. Can you see that? Just lifts the face up. So now we're just going to think about the areas where the sun would hit, which is the top of the forehead, the nose, and we're going to put a little bit of bronzer on those areas. So just dust it on. I want it to look really beautiful and natural for the day. Really light, just dusting it on. And just remember, you can always build up. So just go in nice and light with your powder, and you can always add more. So for brows, I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up to start with. This pencil is brilliant. It's dual-ended, so you've got to brush one side and then a pencil the other. So just go through and brush your brows up. And now I'm really lightly, can you see this? I'm just drawing tiny, fine hair strokes on. Again, you want your brows beautiful and soft, nothing too heavy for your wedding day. Lovely little fine strokes. And if you do find you've gone a bit heavy with the pencil, don't panic. I'll show you a brilliant tip to erase it. You just basically go in with a brush and you just keep brushing and it will just come off, it will just blend in. So the palette I'm using is this one by Lancome. It's, I can never pronounce this, Nude Sculptural, number 18, but it's got a beautiful couple of shades. It's not too big as well, so it's quite nice little small palette. Hopefully you'll have something similar. I probably won't use the pink, just this kind of highlighty shade, nice golden highlight shade, which is going to go in the corner of the eye, and then some warm browns. Again, these tones will work with not just white, cream, but any outfit. They're just beautiful tones that will go with everything. So it's a really great look, this, to create yourself at home. Now, to keep it really simple, you can go in with the same brush. It's got a nice little tapered point to it. And I'm just dabbing a bit of these two darker brown shades now. And now what we're going to do is create a lovely socket here. You see that? Beautiful. This really is the classic bridal look. So once you've got a nice bit of definition in there, just blend back and forth until you've kind of diffused the shadow out. Now I'm taking a little bit of that beautiful highlight shade and I'm just going to apply it to the tear duct, and this will really help to brighten the inner corner of your eye. And then using your finger, just take a little bit of that highlighter and just pop it over the centre of your shadow. And working over the top of the shadow will just give you, can you see, you still got the beautiful warmth there, but it just adds a little bit of bronze and highlight to the eye. It just brings the eye alive and gives it a lovely little pop. So now we're going to go back to that lovely warm shade we had in the beginning. And this is optional, but I think it really helps to open up the eyes. So I love to go underneath and just add a little bit of shadow underneath like this. Okay, eyeliner. I mean, I love a soft brown eyeliner. One of my favourites is the By Terry one, but really any brown eyeliner will do. It just needs to be a soft kind of crayon-y finish to it. So here we go. We're just going to define the outer corner of the eye now. So not the whole eye. So what I always say to do is just start off at the outer edge and just work halfway across the eye like that. I want to keep it really soft. I'm not going to wing it out or do anything that's too drastic. We want it to be really soft, something that you're going to look back and go, I loved my makeup on my wedding day. You know, you don't want to be like, oh, I went for a bit of a 1940s flick. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but this is just, you know, a really safe makeup that anyone can do, and really you'll look back and still love it. Sometimes it's worth just playing it safe, isn't it? And now I'm just gonna buff that eyeshadow out a little bit. Okay, so now we're ready for lashes. The Lash Up kit, this is what you need. Now this really is where the look transforms. For me, it just doesn't feel right until I've got lashes on. And lots of brides will, let me open this and start showing you while I'm talking. Lots of brides will spend lots of money on having lash extensions, and honestly, this kit is your lash extensions at home. So you really don't need to spend lots of money. Look at this, you've got everything in the kit. So you get the 3 different glues, which I'll explain in a minute. You get 20 lash clusters, you get the applicator, and you get the remover. There's products like castor oil, green tea, in all of the products here. So they've really been cleverly designed to keep your lashes in tip-top condition. So what we start off with is the bond, which is this one. So we're going to apply this first, and we're suddenly going to see the whole look come together. And with this, you also have, I'll go through it as I'm doing it, but we've got the seal and the extend. I just want to mention that the extend will help your lashes last up to 10 days. So if you're going off straight away for your honeymoon, you've got your lashes done for the whole of your honeymoon. So in the kit, you do get a little pamphlet which shows you which eye to create if you want to follow a guide. But you can just follow my guide today. I'm basically doing cat eye, which is just short to long, which I think really, it's a great look for everyone because it just elongates the eyes out. But there's different ones in there. If you want to go for natural or dolls where it comes out a little bit longer in the center, natural's lovely and fluffy. It's really up to you how you want to make your lashes look. But if you want to follow a guide, you can just follow me today. So can you see here the 20 lash clusters, and at the top it's got the this can sound confusing, but it's really not. It's really simple. So I'll just explain it to you and you'll be like, oh, okay. C10, C12, I think it's C12 again, and C14. Let me just check. Yes, because that means the top row is 10, and then you've got 12, 12, 14, and that's just the lengths basically. So 14 being long, 10 being short. So we're gonna probably start off with a 10 in the inner corner and go out to I think I'm going to go to a 12, not a 14, because I just want it to be quite natural. In the kit, it will say for a cat eye, so to do a 14, which you can do, just depends on how you're feeling, but I'm going to just keep it a bit more natural. So take your applicator, slip it underneath the lash and just take it off. Nice and simple, okay? Have your lash ready and then move over to your glue. This is the way I find things easiest, just to keep it in the applicator. And then we're going to open up the glue. And now a really good tip here is to do one step at a time. So you may have seen people just coat all their lashes with the glue, but then you've got to get them on quite quickly. So I like to do it in stages. So I just literally do one step at a time. So I'm just going to go in here and start off. You can start off beginning of your eye or the outer corner of your eye. I'm just starting off in the beginning there. And now we're going to put the lash on. So I do normally like to grab a little mirror for this part, just so I can see what I'm doing. So that's very normal if you feel the need to do the same at home. And just literally look down and pop the lash on. Simple as that. So it's so easy, honestly. It's going to make such a difference to your life. So next up, again, I'm doing the exact same process, just a little bit. And I like to focus on the root because that's where you're applying them. So if you think about the logic, you don't really need the glue all the way through your hair, your lash hairs. You just really need it at the root because that's where it's going. And if you want to, another little tip, I'll give you all the tips in this video, dab a little bit on directly onto the band, which is literally, the band is just virtually invisible and it's so comfortable as well to sleep in. So So now I'm going to apply this underneath my eyes. Just grab my mirror, just kind of look down and let go. You're just done. So easy. It's so easy, honestly. So that's 2 on. Can you see the difference already? And then we'll just leave them to set. But once they've set, I like to sort of push them back, but I won't give them a good push just yet. So I've done 2 10s, and now I'm going to go in with 2 12s and maybe a 14 at the end. I'm just going to see how it looks. Okay, so this is the 12 now. So I'm just going to look down. And there we go. It just kind of jumps onto it because the glue's there already. So it just knows to marry together with the glue. Now you can see it really coming together. Don't panic if it does, that's absolutely fine. But just kind of, you can use your finger or the applicator to sort of push whilst it's still setting onto the root. So let me just show you. Can you see there? You see that? It's just gone right on to the root of my lashes, like that. Look at the difference, it looks amazing. It really just transforms the look. And you can build them up, so I'm like, shall I do a 14? I'm gonna pop a 14 on without any glue and just see how it looks. So the 14 would look like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is if you're erring on the side of caution and you want a bit more of a natural look, this is your look. It looks beautiful, but I'm going to go for 14 today and show you what that looks like as well. I mean, already the look is transformed. So here we go, a little bit of glue going on right to the root of the lashes, a little bit onto the band. Now just looking down and on. It's so easy. And then once they're on and set, we're going to go in and clamp them so they really last. Oh, I feel like that 14 has made all the difference. So now my applicator's clean. We're just going to go in, slide. Can you see that? Just slide onto the lashes and just pinch or cinch like that, very gently. And now this is where I like to give them a really good push. I like to really push them up like that. Oh, wow. Look at the difference. I mean, honestly, the lashes transform the look. And they don't look, they just look beautiful. They don't look too much. They don't look like you've got a big, heavy strip lash on. It just looks like your own lashes, but the best version of your lashes. Look at the difference. Wow. I am absolutely chuffed with that. Okay, so I'm going to grab the seal now, and that just takes away any of the stickiness from the glue. So once you've got them into perfect position, the seal will just lock the glue in, and it will really help to give you that high quality shine that you leave with from a salon. So wait till you see that going on. So here's the seal. So it's got a beautiful glossy finish to it. Now that's just really going to take away any tackiness from the glue. So you need the glue to do its job, and you can run all the way through the lashes. Look at that. It's almost like, that's like it's added a coat of mascara. It's just transformed the lashes. All the steps are so key. Wow. I want to show you a real close-up. Look at that. Look at the difference. It looks stunning. And you can really be quite generous with this if you want to. Like I say, it does give you that really beautiful shine. So they're on for the day. The only way they're coming off now is with the Lash Up remover, which is so gentle. It actually also contains hyaluronic acid, which is really great for your skin in general, but especially the sensitive under eye. So you just put it on a cotton pad and just soak. Let the product just soak into your lashes, and they'll just gently come away. So it's not like a strip lash where you rip it off at the end of the night. and you wake up in the morning and see a couple of your own lash hairs have gone. This has been cleverly designed to protect your lashes. And now we'll finish off with Extend. So this is the product that basically locks your lashes in for up to 10 days. So you can just leave it at this stage if you just wanted them on for the night and you want to take them off. But honestly, you just can't feel them on at all. I've slept with them on. They're so comfortable. So you may as well add the Extend and have your lashes on for, like I say, up to 10 days. So now we're just going really close to the lash line, and we're just locking the product in with this Extend. Really gentle. We don't need to use too much. There we go. Just like that, the other eye is done. Wow, honestly, that makes such a difference, doesn't it? Even looking at myself now, I'm like, oh my goodness. And if you look from a bit of a distance as well, you've just got that beautiful definition. I really think that lashes, because they add that volume through your eyes, they make your eyes just look bigger and stand out more. I just wanted to show you as well, and I said before that there's no you can't see the band and where it should sit, but also you can't see it this way, so you don't have, that's the beauty of these lashes that go underneath your eyes and sit under the lash line, because you don't have that awful band, you know, like this. You can't, if I'm looking down like this, you can't see anything, but normally if you're like looking down or have your eyes closed, you can see a thick lash band. So they're an absolute game changer. Honestly, you'll try them and you'll be like, what? Where have these been all of my life? So that's that done. We are literally nearly there now. We're going to finish up a bit of blush and lips, and then we are done. We are getting married today. Or not, but we could be. You might be at home. Okay, so going back to this little nifty palette, it's got a blusher in it as well, which is great. So we're just sweeping that over the bronzer. Just, can you see it's just going here and sweeping upwards, and that sort of, that kind of so we're going back to this original palette now. We're adding a little bit of blusher. Now that is just going over the top of your bronzer, just through this area. Now traditionally blusher used to just go on the apples of the cheek, which is like here, but now it's a really lovely, I don't want to say trend, because I actually think it's a movement that will last the test of time. It's just sweeping all the way up. You want that beautiful colour to just go all the way up, and just makes you look really fresh, and that naturally sort of pretty bridal look. You can't really create a bridal look without having some beautiful pink blush. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of cream blush as well. You can see I've used this a lot. This one you can just use with your fingers, and look, you can see here it adds a little bit of colour, but basically what it does is gives you that beautiful, gorgeous glow. Like I say, gorgeous, glossy, glowy, dewy skin. I mean, those are the words that I think every bride says to me. I want dewy skin. I want to be glowing on the day. Okay, this lip liner, I can't tell you how much I use it. For me, it's called, is it Pinky Brown? Yeah, it's the perfect bridal lip liner. It's so easy to go on. It just glides on, you'll see. And I think brides are always somewhere in between wanting a pinky tone and a nude. So this is your go-to, because it's pinky brown, which is, like I say, what everybody wants. It's not something I would wear necessarily every single day on myself, because it does, I don't tend to go for, I go for more sort of browns on a day-to-day basis, but the pink is really what transforms a look to being bridal. That dusty pink really does make it just screams bridal. So this is my perfect bridal go-to. You can see how easily it goes on. And a little tip as well, if you want your lipstick to last even longer, so line your lips, but then go over with the lip liner over the whole lip, and it will last the whole day. Well, almost. I don't want to make that claim, but I tell you, it will last a really long time. And it's lovely on its own if you like a matte finish, but I think really for a classic bride, you want a little bit of, not gloss, but just like a lipstick with a sheer kind of glossy, slightly sort of glossy finish, more of a creamy shine. The words I'm looking for is this, just where you've got a shine to it, but it's not a high shine. It's just going to give you that beautiful, look at that beautiful sheerness. This is a Clinique lipstick and I love it. I think it's, again, the perfect bridal lipstick. It's called Eyelet 01 by Clinique. This is the limited edition nail and it's called The One. I think this is the perfect nail to get married to, because have a look at these. Oh, just catching the light there. So for me, these are just so beautiful. They're the perfect nails to get married with. They've got a little bit of a twist to them. They're not too out there. They're just beautiful. And I love the length and styles. These fit perfectly over my nails. And if you've got short nails, then you're winning, because honestly, these are what my celebrities use in their shoots. They just stick on, they're so easy to apply, press on, and then that's it. They just last. If you can get them wet if you're careful with them, and you're not doing sort of like loads of washing up or washing a car or something crazy, which you wouldn't be over your wedding and honeymoon. They will last you. They can last up to a week. So they are just fantastic. And again, a snip of the price to go to the salon, and you can just do them at home. So there we go, that's the look done. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you can play this back and just get married with me on the big day, and step by step. And yeah, I think we've covered everything. And can you believe that that's 10 products to this look? This is literally how I would want my makeup if I was getting married. It's just beautiful, it's timeless, it's classic. Yeah, for me, the lashes have really transformed the look. I actually think, if you watch this video back, I became more confident once those went on, and I felt a bit more excited, because I just put them on. I was like, ooh, there is something about having your lashes on that make you feel really just next level. It's like, yes, lashes are on, I'm feeling myself. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, because I spent a lot of time getting it right with Mia Mora on all the perfect products, the lash kit, the nails, and then just making it really simple for you guys. Just 10 products. It's expensive times out there at the moment, and we need to make savings where we can. So I really hope that you recreate this, and please tag me or Mia Mora, or both of us, please. If you recreate the look, we would absolutely love to see it. Thanks for watching. See you next time, guys.